Yo, what's up? My name is Mark Cantor. I'm from back in San Francisco, and this is Zolo TV.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabe Mack from Zolo TV here at Picnic 2006. What is Picnic? Picnic is a cross-media week put on by the City of Amsterdam and a whole bunch of other sponsors. And they've got a lot of different people here coming and speaking, saying what they think cross-media is, saying what the future of media is going to be, but not too much about what the past is. So, take you around. We're just going to try and find out what people think cross-media is.
Cross-media means mainly that you combine different media like television, digital media, computers, maybe mobile platform. You try to combine them to one format.
The meaning of cross-media is that everybody can use any kind of media easy by himself. You can use videos, you can use blogs, you can use podcasting, and there's no frontier between it. You can use nearly everything to express everything. This is cross-media.
Wow. I would imagine it's a mashup of everything we've seen to date and everything we can imagine for tomorrow.
And I have Mary from Dabble.com. What is Dabble?
It's a search service. So basically what you can do is, on its most basic level, is just come and put in a term and find videos that match that term. But we also have a social site, right? So people can join the site and write things to the site. In other words, you could make a playlist or collect things or change the metadata around records about the video, and also bookmark. But if you're not interested in that, if you're just interested in browsing the social site, you can check out what people collect. You can subscribe to an RSS feed of their collection. You can subscribe to RSS feeds for playlists and browse those playlists. And so there's both the browsing and search functionalities.
The infamous or famous Mark Cantor, depending on how you look at it, I guess. Famous from many things, Macromedia, Internet Archive, and now People Aggregator. But what made you famous in the first time?
So I go to a user group meeting in Montreal, and this is back in the day of the hard drive was very new, and all data was moved around on floppy disks. So this user group gave me a 3-ring binder filled with floppy disks. And I brought it home, and we were the people who helped create animated training disks and animated multimedia. And we had this client called Aldus PageMaker. And so I was working on the master training disk that would then go into the master build and go out with Aldus PageMaker. And so what I did know is I took this floppy disk from this user group and I put it in my machine, and there's this new thing called a virus. And I'd never heard of a virus. Nobody had ever heard of a virus. The virus gets onto the master build for Aldus PageMaker training disk. Next thing we know, we get a call from the FBI. Do you know anything about this disk and this thing called a virus? I go, no, I never heard of a virus. What is it? You know, this is like 1985, 86, you know? So next thing I know, we're extraditing this guy from Montreal down to the U.S. and throw him in prison. And there's an article in the Wall Street Journal all about it. That's how I met John Markoff and all these people. And that's how I got to know everybody.
So tell me, what is People Aggregator all about?
People Aggregator is a place you go to. First of all, you can just come and join a network if you want. Currently, we have 130 networks there, but it's really about creating and running your own network, sort of like your own encapsulated MySpace in a box. Okay? So you can come, you hit a button, you spawn off your own network. You are the oligarch. You're in charge. You're in charge of the people, the rules, the content, the policy, and it's literally your own MySpace. Now, that's one of the ways we do it, through a hosted relationship. But we also have a source code download. So we've got a whole one of these meta networks that you can then download, set up, and run, and go for it. And you know, only if you're making money from it do you owe us any money.
Okay.
So the People Aggregator is an early DLA, digital lifestyle aggregator. It's got a full range of publishing, so you can do podcasting and video blogging, you can do events and reviews, okay? Every person has a blog, a public and private page, and there are groups, like any social network, and every group has a blog. Every group also has a media gallery and a forum, message board forum. Every end user has a media gallery, and when I say media gallery, you can store video, audio, or images.
What do you want? I mean, you obviously build this stuff, like with Macromedia, getting involved with the Internet Archive, and now with People Aggregator. But you must have some kind of idea or drive of why you're doing it. How do you see users, or how do you want to see users using that? I mean, to solve cancer?
There was a guy today, the classic thing, the guy asked today, he says, listen, I got a MySpace account, I blog over on WordPress, I got an Amazon account over here, I'm doing this, I got my Yahoo account. This is my user. This is the problem I'm trying to solve. Your digital identity is scattered to the wind. God forbid you got video or audio. God forbid you got a machine at school and a machine at home. God forbid you got a teenage daughter upstairs, you got a car. I mean, this is the world we live in. All right, so we're trying to solve that problem. And let me tell you, it's not just me who can solve it. It has to be an open scenario where there's an ecosystem where everybody participates together.
What makes you happy walking around here, what you've seen?
There's a lot of money being spent. Do you know how much money the budget was? 1.8 million euros, dude. Now, when government and a bank is going to pony that up, this is big time. Now, what you're seeing is an insider group here. The Dutch government gives a lot of money to media companies, right? We know that, and a lot of them just feed on that. So you think they're going to let the outsiders in? Let the bloggers in? No way. They're entrenching. So what I see is Ilsa and Endemol and these other big Dutch companies keeping their stranglehold, making sure they're in charge, right? Little guys like you, they'll let you in the front door. My buddy Peter Mitchell, he didn't let him in, right? They have this thing called Fab Channel. Yeah. Well, they set up at the Paradiso and the Milkveeg. What about the Windsor Hotel? Yeah. Peter's been shooting there for years, right? So there's a lot of things going on that these big guys don't want us to let them in on, right? So that's what I told them last night at the Rijksmuseum. It's like, for as many people you think you're helping out, you're cutting out another 100. Yeah. You know?
So that's one of your concerns, is the insider politics going on.
Not concern, it's observation. Come on, everybody's human. Yeah. Listen, at least I got to smoke a joint upstairs in the lounge, you know? Tell me which conference I can do that in.
Mr. VPod himself, what do you think cross-media means?
Cross-media means that you can use any device to record videos, such as your big device or my mobile phone, and watch it on any screen. So my PSP, my iPod, my TV, my computer, my laptop, or a huge screen.
That's a sales pitch if I ever heard.
Cross-media involves tons of coffee. Good, strong, black coffee.
So, Ben, tell me, what do you think cross-media means?
I think media now is about recombination and new flows of distribution. So Cross-Media Week is hopefully everything rising and converging, remixing, and then flowing out in new ways.
That's probably the clearest thing I've heard so far. All right.
Glad to have provided for you.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
Right.
Okay, well, I've been Gabe Mack from Zolo TV, and I'm here in the elevator pitch, and I hear that you can actually take this thing and go forward in time, you know, to see how your pitch turns out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to Picnic 2007, see what's going on. Whoa, that re-entry is a little cold. That was pretty cool. Picnic 2007. All right, I'll give you a little bit of news. The big scandal was that George Bush and Bin Laden were on LinkedIn social networks together. Ooh, who would have known? Anyways, I'll see you guys all next year at Picnic 2007. See ya.